Hey, what's going on, everybody? Temperistic here, back again for another Dead by Daylight introduction video to all kinds of killers in this game to get you ready for the FNAF or Five Nights at Freddy DLC that comes out, I believe, on Tuesday, June 17th. So that will be in about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So now we are moving from Michael Myers onto the Hag. I got my cool little pink skin on the Hag. So basically, the Hag, she is a killer that can set traps that look like a triangle on the ground, and she can teleport to them. She can actually teleport to them without them going off if she has a add-on, but we're not going to be using that add-on in this game. We're just going to be using regular add-ons. When a survivor steps around it, a clone of her will pop up there. It won't be doing anything, but you can teleport to it. Assume control, a little bit of a Mass Effect reference for you there, of the clone, and, you know, try to gain an advantage, get a free hit. If survivors see the mark or see where you mark, they can go up to it. If they are crouched, it will not go off, and they can actually wipe it away. Now, I will say Hag is one of the worst killers in the game. Just because, you know, like Michael Myers, her power isn't really anything crazy. Like, yeah, she can teleport like the nurse, but she needs, you know, things on the ground to be marked and survivors for them to not wipe them away. So the nurse, she can teleport anytime, any day or whatever, but the Hag, outside of her marks on the ground and teleporting to them, that's all she's, you know, she's just a regular M1 killer. So, yeah, so you get 10 Phantasm traps at the beginning of a game, and then it grants the ability to instantly travel to triggered Phantasm traps when within a 48-meter range. So sometimes you don't even get to teleport to them because you're so far away. But we have a couple of the best add-ons for her. We have Dried Kikata, which means that it's going to increase her teleportation range by 15%. So maybe from 48-meter range to, I don't know, 55 or somewhere around there. And then we're going to have Swamp Orchid Necklit, which means that the setting speed of her Phantasm traps are going to be increased by 20%. So, you know, you'll see that the marking will be a lot faster than usual. And then we're going to put on a Bloody Party Streamer, give everybody some blood points. Alright, let's look at her stuff here. So, she moves 0.2 meters per second slower than every other kill in the game. That's another reason why she's one of the worst killers in the game. They definitely need to bump her speed up. She has a tear radius of 24 meters, which technically classifies her as a stealth killer, because the regular amount, I believe, is 30. And then her height is average. It's actually a little bit short. She might be like 5 feet tall, maybe even smaller than that. She is a kid, actually, by the way. You know, her story, she basically got lost in the woods. She's bony because she went hungry, and she's deformed and everything. And, yeah, so I believe she's like actually a teenager or whatever. Her story is actually pretty messed up, so if you want to read that, you can pause the video, check it out. And yeah, that's basically all you need to know about her, and let's get going on some Chaos Shuffle here. See what kind of build the game gives us. Looking at her other add-ons, there is one, Rusty Shackles. It makes it to where triggered traps give no indication of being triggered to survivors and do not spawn a Mud Phantasm. So a Mud Phantasm is the clone that you get to take over, or a projection of her that you get to take over, basically. And when survivors run over a trap, it will make a sound, it will make a noise. It actually is pretty loud, and they will know. And the reason why we're not using that in this video is because, you know, usually you're not going to be using that, especially if you're new to the killer. It doesn't pop up that frequently, and we're going up against 3 Steve Harringtons from Stranger Things. And they all have flashlights, so already we know we're going up against a team of 3 that is going to be communicating with each other, so we're already at a disadvantage. And the reason why I keep mentioning that is I want you to know, as a new killer, this makes it to where the spacing between our hooks is going to be, there's going to be a bigger gap, so another disadvantage to us. I just want you to know, as a new killer, that there's some situations where you're not supposed to win. And I want you to go into this game to have fun, to enjoy it. I don't want you to... You know, I mean, if you want to win, that's awesome, but, like, not to the point where it's going to stress you out in-game if you lose. Like, if you don't hook anybody, you know, it's not always your fault. If you go up against people that are communicating and stuff, you're already at a huge disadvantage and stuff. But at the same time, if they have a random on their team that is, you know, not doing their job, that could be enough to where you get a 4K. Alright, Wither Isle, let's go. Movie theater. And the build... the one on the right lets me know where people are whenever I hook someone. The one on top makes it to where they're hindered if I down someone and the person that I down is near other people. The one on the left makes it harder for them to do skill checks. And the one on the bottom, I believe if I fall from a high enough spot, I'll get a lunge boost. So it's an okay build. It's not the worst. Now, we see the Steves. This might be a troll squad, though. We'll see. Got another hit there. That's good. Alright. Now, where... Now, you may be asking me, where should I put the traps? And that's a good question. I would say you put them traps maybe around a pallet, around an area where you think you and another survivor will be, you know, dancing around and stuff like that. We see this person on a gen over here. Like right here, this isn't a bad spot to put a trap. Not bad, not bad. Put it around a generator. I don't know. Yeah. Alright. And the reason why he went down is because we have friends still in. And we are going to put you on a hook over here somewhere. And somebody just hit my thing. So that's why it went off. We're going to hit this gen. We're going to hit this pallet. We're going to put this down here and we're going to reset. And putting a mark down by a hook person, that's not a bad idea either. You know, just put them around the map. You never know when they're going to go off. Especially on a dark map like this, the chances of them seeing them are unlikely. Put them around a little window ball right there. That's pretty good. Don't put them on like cement, you know, on like a light area, like right here where I just stood over. Don't put it on that. A little bit of a miss there. Okay, okay, Steve, I see you. Alright, I got you there. There's another hit. And we don't need to break. You don't always need to break the pallet. You don't. I promise you, you don't. You can try to go around it, do a little bit of a chase. If they beat you, and it's okay. And we know that they're playing together, so we are going to slug. This is called slugging. It means that I'm not playing how I'm supposed to be playing. I missed, which means he gets a free pallet. Yeah, you don't always have to break the pallet, and there's also nothing wrong with slugging, especially if they have flashlights. I actually encourage it. Slugging just means that you're gonna down everybody instead of hooking them normally. And tunneling means that you're going after the person that just got unhooked, which is actually a little bit meaner than slugging, in my opinion. And where does your stand here, which is weird. Alright, they just got the unhook. They're not really doing gens. Not really. No, they tried to do that gen, but they didn't get it. Oh, he put a chem trap on there. Okay. I'm not gonna do that. Give you a free hit, make you think that I'm gonna... They did the one up there first. That's not good. That means not good for them. That means I could get a 3-gen here. A 3-gen means that at the end of the game, when there's only 1 gen left to do, I'm gonna be at an advantage because they're gonna be in close proximity to each other. So I'm not gonna have to walk that far to get to the other gens. So you see how easy it is to see that? That's why you don't put it on pavement or cement or anything like that. I don't recommend it. Alright, they got this gen going here. Where is the person working on it? Oh, there you are. Hello. Alright, he's gonna run away. He saw me put the trap there. He's taking me to another pallet. He's trying... Oh, that actually should have been a hit there, so that was... Alright, we got a free hit there, that's good. That had to do with a little bit of lag. So it is what it is. Take me into another pallet here. Sure, I'll break it. I'm winning right now, so. If survivors do that kind of stuff, that means you're going up against someone that has a decent amount of hours in the game. They walk towards you they run towards you real quick, and then they run away to try to get you to miss. He doesn't know that I see him. And still the end, makes you expose. We're gonna put this guy in the basement. He's down for the count. Guy's over here, probably trying to get the save. We're gonna hit this gen. And we need to start putting our traps down again because we have a lot of them. Oh, here we go. We're going for the save. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, sure. I need to put some traps down anyway, so that works. Doesn't matter to me. I get a notification when you pop that stuff. They're trying to take me away. He goes down there because it's been 10 seconds. And he's going to quit out because I tunneled him. So, if you do want to tunnel someone and be a, you know what? Nope, that's not quick enough. You just have to wait 10 seconds after they get the unhook, unless they have borrowed time, which they usually won't in regular games. And then they'll go down, unless they have off the record. Off the record gives them an additional 60 seconds or so of time after they get unhooked. Get the hit there. That's a bad pallet. And with friend Cillian, we should know where the last person is. There they are. And we'll see if they get the hatch or not. Sometimes it spawns by the... Okay, yeah, it probably spawned by the shack. They got it. Alright, so that was a W. So yeah, I don't know if they were trolling or they just weren't very good. I mean, look at the difference between last game and this game. You know, this is why I say that matchmaking in this game is random. You know, last game I had like a 12, a 30, a 47, and a 100. Now I've got a 1, a 1, a 3, and a 10. You know, a little bit more fair. Their builds, you know, they got Dead Hard, Overzealous. Dramaturgy is a fun one. Blood Pact as well. Yeah, so like each of them having like a S tier perk, that just means that, you know, it's balanced. I mean, look at me. I got All Shaking Thunder, I got Friend Cillian, and I got Genetic Lemons. I don't know why did I say Genshin Impact? That's funny. Okay, no, this isn't the one. It's the Singularity perk that makes it to where they're hindered, and they move slower if they are around the area that I down someone. This one, it just makes it to where every time a survivor goes into the dying or injured state, they suffer from the exhausted status effect, which means that they can't use perks like Lithe or Sprint Burst or Bounce Landing, you know. So, that was a fun one. And yeah, that's basically all there is to the hag. She is a very simple killer. Just try to put down your traps next to areas that are, you know, always having traffic ran through them. Like put them in the shack, put it around the shack, around pallets, around windows, around generators, around people that you hook. If you down somebody, you can try to put them around the person that's down, but they're going to crawl away, you know. Put them by the exit gates, put them by chests, you know, just areas that you know survivors are eventually going to get to. And then they pop off, and then you just teleport to them, sometimes you get a free hit, and boom. And especially if you're like in a chase and someone, let's say you're struggling to hit the person that you're in a chase with, right, and then someone pops one of your traps, you can just teleport to them. They might not expect it because you're in a chase with somebody else, and then you teleport and try and get a free hit, you know. So if you're struggling against somebody, it's a good way to, you know, a pivot and go after somebody else. So yeah, that's all I got for you here today. The next killer that we're going to be going after is the Doctor. He's a fun one and an annoying one if you are a survivor. So be on the lookout for that, and yeah, I will see you later.